Imagine this for a second. You're in a conversation with someone in English, everything is going smoothly, you feel confident, and then suddenly they use one simple word you've heard before, but your brain freezes.
Oh no, that feeling is painful.
Right? And the worst part is, the word is usually not even advanced. It's often a very common word that native speakers use every single day.
That's so true. Sometimes I understand complicated grammar, but one tiny vocabulary word destroys my confidence.
Exactly. And today on Talk Easy Daily, we're doing something different. We're testing your real English vocabulary instincts. Not textbook English, not memorized school English, real English.
And honestly, some of these questions trick even advanced learners.
Absolutely. In fact, most English learners fail this kind of vocabulary test because they learned English through translation instead of through real-life context.
So while you're watching, don't just listen passively. Pause mentally. Guess the answer before we reveal it.
Because by the end of this episode, you're going to discover which English words you truly understand and which ones you only think you understand.
And trust me, some surprises are coming later that completely change how you see everyday English vocabulary.
Especially question number 7. That one catches almost everyone.
So grab a coffee, relax, and let's see. Would you pass this vocabulary test?
And if you enjoy challenges like this, subscribe to Talk Easy Daily because we make English feel natural, practical, and actually fun.
All right, Alex, I'm nervous already.
Good. That means your brain is ready to learn. Let's begin.
Okay, first question. What's the difference between look, watch, and see? Because honestly, people mix these up all the time.
Great starting point. And here's the interesting thing. Many learners know the dictionary definitions, but still use them incorrectly in conversation.
Yeah, I've heard people say things like, I'm seeing TV right now.
Exactly. Native speakers would almost never say that. Here's the easiest way to understand it. See happens naturally. Your eyes notice something without effort.
So like, I saw a bird outside.
Perfect. You didn't intentionally focus on it, it just entered your vision.
Okay.
Look requires intention. You direct your eyes somewhere.
Look at me.
Exactly. You choose to focus.
And watch.
Watch is when you look at something for a period of time, especially something moving or changing.
Like watching a movie.
Yes, or watching football, watching people, watching the rain.
Wait, so if I say I watched the sky, that sounds okay?
It does if you observed it for some time, maybe during sunset.
Oh wow, that tiny difference actually changes everything.
And here's where learners get trapped. They try translating directly from their native language instead of understanding the action behind the word.
That explains why vocabulary feels confusing sometimes.
Exactly. Vocabulary isn't only meaning, it's behavior, it's emotional context, it's usage patterns.
That's deep.
Let me give you a mini challenge.
Oh no.
Which sentence sounds natural? I looked a great movie yesterday. Or, I watched a great movie yesterday.
Definitely watched.
Correct, because a movie involves continuous attention.
Okay, that one wasn't too bad.
Don't get comfortable yet.
I knew you'd say that.
Because the next vocabulary trap is one almost every English learner falls into.
Oh, this sounds dangerous already.
The words fun and funny.
Wait, those are different enough to confuse people?
Massively. Listen carefully. If something is fun, it's enjoyable.
The party was fun.
Exactly.
And funny means humorous.
Right, something that makes you laugh.
So if I say, my teacher is very fun, is that wrong?
Not completely wrong in modern casual English, but native speakers usually say, my teacher is fun.
Ah.
Because you mean enjoyable to be around.
But if the teacher tells jokes all the time?
Then funny works too.
Wow, so context changes everything again.
Always.
English is secretly a psychology test.
Honestly, sometimes it is.
You know what's interesting? I think many viewers right now are realizing they've used some of these words incorrectly for years.
And that's actually good news.
Really?
Absolutely. Awareness is the beginning of fluency. You can't fix mistakes you never notice.
That's encouraging.
Here's another quick challenge for everyone watching.
Okay guys, answer in your head.
Which sentence sounds natural? I had a funny time at the beach. Or, I had a fun time at the beach.
Fun time.
Correct.
Unless something ridiculous happened at the beach.
Exactly. Then the experience could also be funny.
This is actually addictive.
That's because your brain loves solving language puzzles.
All right, give us another one.
Okay, let's talk about one of the most misunderstood English words ever.
Actually?
Emma, how did you know?
Because learners use it everywhere.
And usually incorrectly.
Why is that word so tricky?
Because many languages use a similar looking word differently. People think actually simply means currently.
Oh yes, I've heard people say, I'm actually living in London.
Which sounds strange unless you're correcting someone.
Wait, explain that.
Actually is often used to correct information, reveal surprise, or introduce truth.
Like?
I thought he was Canadian, but he's actually Australian.
Ah.
Or, actually, I don't agree with that.
So there's usually contrast involved.
Exactly. Conflict between expectation and reality.
That's such a powerful explanation.
And this is why memorizing translations doesn't work well for advanced fluency. Because words carry emotional purpose too. Yes, native speakers feel vocabulary emotionally, not mechanically. That sentence alone probably helped thousands of viewers. I hope so. Okay, Alex, next question. This one destroys confidence fast. Wonderful. The difference between borrow and lend. Oh no, I still pause sometimes with these. Most learners do. Here's the easiest trick. Borrow means receive temporarily.
Okay.
Lend means give temporarily.
Wait, that's actually super simple.
Exactly, but people panic during conversation and reverse them.
So I say, can I borrow your pen?
Correct.
And you say, I can lend you my pen.
Perfect.
Why does this become confusing under pressure though?
Because during real conversation, your brain prioritizes speed over accuracy.
That explains so much.
Fluent speakers aren't always smarter. They've simply repeated patterns enough times that the vocabulary becomes automatic.
That's encouraging for viewers who feel slow.
Very encouraging. Fluency is trained reflex, not magic talent.
Guys, if that made you feel better, hit the like button right now because Alex is giving free therapy at this point.
Language therapy.
Honestly, yes.
Alright, ready for another trap?
Bring it on.
Say, tell, speak, and talk.
Oh, come on. English really said, let's create 4 words for one idea.
And each one behaves differently.
Of course they do.
Say focuses on the words themselves.
Example?
She said hello.
Okay.
Tell usually involves giving information to someone.
She told me the truth.
Exactly.
So we say tell someone.
Right. Tell me, tell him, tell us.
But we don't usually say me.
Correct. That sounds unnatural.
What about speak?
Speak sounds slightly more formal and focuses on language or ability.
She speaks English.
Perfect.
And talk?
More casual conversation.
We talked for hours.
Exactly.
Honestly, when you break it down slowly, English suddenly feels logical.
Because most confusion comes from trying to memorize isolated words instead of understanding relationships between them.
That's huge.
Let's do a rapid-fire test.
Okay, viewers, don't cheat.
Which one sounds natural? Can you say me your name?
Nope.
Correct. The natural sentence is,
can you tell me your name?
Excellent.
I feel smarter already.
You are smarter already. Your vocabulary awareness is improving.
You know what I've noticed during this episode?
What?
Tiny vocabulary mistakes can completely expose whether someone truly understands English naturally.
That's true, and native speakers notice these patterns immediately, even if they don't consciously analyze them.
Which explains why some learners know thousands of words but still sound unnatural.
Exactly. Natural English depends heavily on collocations.
Wait, explain that.
Collocations are words that naturally like to appear together.
Oh, okay.
For example, native speakers say, make a mistake.
Not do a mistake.
Correct.
Even though logically do sounds possible.
Exactly. English often follows habit more than logic.
That sentence just scared half the viewers.
But it's also liberating.
How?
Because it means fluency improves through exposure and repetition, not perfect intelligence.
That's such an important mindset shift.
Let's test collocations quickly. Alright, which sounds natural? Do progress. Or, make progress.
Make progress.
Correct.
Why though?
Honestly, because native speakers collectively decided that's the pattern.
English is chaos.
Organized chaos.
Fair enough.
Now let's move into one of the most dangerous vocabulary areas.
Dangerous?
Words that seem positive, but can accidentally sound rude.
Oh, this is important.
Very important.
Okay, what's the first one?
The word cheap.
Wait, isn't cheap good sometimes?
Exactly. That's why it's tricky.
Explain.
If a product is cheap, it can mean inexpensive.
Which sounds positive.
But it can also mean low quality.
Ouch.
And if you call a person cheap,
that sounds rude immediately.
Because it means they hate spending money.
Wow, same word, totally different emotional impact.
Vocabulary is emotional territory.
That should honestly be on a t-shirt.
Here's another dangerous one. Skinny.
Ah, yes. Compared to slim.
Exactly.
Slim usually sounds positive.
Healthy and attractive.
But skinny can sound too thin.
Or unhealthy.
That's such a subtle difference.
Native speakers constantly communicate emotion through word choice.
Which means advanced vocabulary isn't only about bigger words.
Precisely. It's about precision.
Guys, comment below. Which English word confused you for the longest time? I'm curious.
That's actually one of the best ways to improve. Discussing confusion makes vocabulary memorable.
True.
And speaking of confusing words,
the
next vocabulary pair causes misunderstandings constantly.
Let's hear it.
Job and work.
Wait, Aren't they basically the same?
Similar, but not identical.
Explain before my brain explodes.
Work is usually the activity itself.
Okay.
Job is the specific position or occupation.
So, I have a new job,
Correct.
but I have a lot of work today.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Native speakers instinctively separate the activity from the role.
That's fascinating.
Here's the mistake many learners make.
Let me guess.
They say things like, I have many works.
Ah.
In most situations, work is uncountable.
So we say a lot of work, not many works.
Exactly.
Unless we're talking about artworks or creative works.
Perfect exception.
I feel like this episode is exposing hidden traps everywhere.
That's because real English is full of invisible patterns.
And once you notice them, you suddenly hear them everywhere.
Exactly. Awareness changes listening ability immediately.
Okay, Alex, before we continue, can I say something honestly?
Of course.
I think many viewers are realizing their biggest problem isn't grammar.
It's vocabulary depth.
Yes, not knowing how words truly behave in real life.
That's 100% correct.
And I think that's why some people study English for years but still struggle with confidence.
Because confidence comes from instinctive understanding, not memorized rules.
That line deserves a replay.
And what we're about to cover next becomes even more important, because these next vocabulary mistakes can completely change your meaning in conversation.
Wait, worse than before?
Much worse.
Okay, now I'm nervous again.
Good, because the next section reveals vocabulary mistakes that even advanced learners make every single day.
And one of them might completely surprise you.
All right, welcome back. Now we're entering the part of the vocabulary test where things become dangerous.
You say that like we're walking into a horror movie.
For English learners, this kind of vocabulary is a horror movie sometimes.
Fair enough.
Because these next words are tricky in a different way. They don't just sound similar.
They secretly change the entire meaning of a sentence.
Exactly.
Okay, hit us with the first one.
Sympathetic versus nice.
Wait, those aren't the same?
Not really.
Oh no.
Many learners think sympathetic means generally kind or friendly.
Yeah, I honestly thought that too.
But sympathetic specifically means understanding someone's pain or difficulties.
So it's connected to empathy.
Exactly.
Like, she was very sympathetic after hearing about my problem.
Perfect.
But if I just mean someone is pleasant and friendly.
Then nice works better.
Wow, that's subtle.
Very subtle. And these tiny emotional differences are what makes someone sound natural in English.
You know what's scary?
What?
Native speakers probably don't even realize these differences consciously.
Most of them don't. They simply absorbed the patterns through years of exposure.
Which is frustrating, but also encouraging.
Exactly. Because it means fluency grows through immersion, not perfection.
Okay, viewers, quick challenge.
Which sentence sounds more natural? My boss was sympathetic and gave me a day off after my accident.
That works.
Correct.
Because there's emotional understanding involved.
Right. But if you simply enjoyed your boss's personality, nice would sound more natural.
Tiny change, huge meaning.
Welcome to advanced vocabulary.
I suddenly understand why misunderstandings happen so easily in English.
Absolutely. And speaking of misunderstandings,
Uh-oh.
let's talk about one of the biggest vocabulary traps in English communication.
Which is?
The difference between remember and remind.
Oh, yes, people mix these up constantly.
Constantly.
Okay, explain it simply.
Remember happens inside your own brain.
Okay.
Remind is when something helps another person remember.
Ah.
So if I say, I remembered her birthday.
That means you successfully kept the information in your memory.
Exactly.
But she reminded me about the meeting.
Perfect. She caused your memory to activate.
That's actually such a clean explanation.
Here's where learners struggle.
Let me guess.
They say things like, can you remember me?
Oh.
Which sounds strange unless you mean recognize me from the past.
So the natural sentence is,
Can you remind me?
that's such a common mistake.
And honestly, these mistakes happen because many languages organize these concepts differently.
So learners shouldn't feel ashamed.
Never ashamed. Confusion means your brain is adapting to a new language system.
Guys, if you've ever felt embarrassed making vocabulary mistakes, just know even advanced learners experience this constantly.
Absolutely. Fluency is built through thousands of corrections.
Okay, Alex, next trap.
This one creates awkward situations surprisingly often.
Wonderful.
The words sensible and sensitive.
Oh no, those sound dangerously similar.
Exactly why people confuse them.
Okay, break it down.
Sensible means practical and reasonable.
Like someone who makes smart decisions.
Exactly.
She's very sensible with money.
Perfect.
And sensitive?
Emotionally reactive or easily affected.
Ah.
He's sensitive about criticism.
Wow, those meanings are completely different.
Completely.
So if I accidentally say, my manager is very sensitive?
That could sound like your manager gets emotionally hurt easily.
But maybe I wanted to say practical and intelligent.
Then sensible is the correct word.
That's actually a huge difference.
Vocabulary precision protects communication.
You know what's interesting?
What?
I think many viewers right now are realizing they learned some English words emotionally incorrectly years ago and never fixed them.
That happens constantly. Early mistakes become habits if nobody corrects them.
Which is why exposure to natural conversation matters so much.
Exactly.
Okay, I want something harder now.
Careful what you wish for.
I regret saying that already.
Let's talk about hear versus listen.
Wait, those are different too?
Very different.
Okay, explain.
Hear happens naturally.
Like see.
Exactly. Sound enters your ears automatically.
I heard a strange noise.
Perfect.
And listen requires attention.
Right. It's intentional.
I'm listening to music.
Exactly.
So if someone says, "Are you hearing me?"
That sounds unnatural in most situations.
Because the natural phrase is, "Are you listening to me?"
Correct.
Wow.
Here's something fascinating.
Go on.
Many learners think vocabulary means replacing one word with another, but native speakers feel verbs physically.
What do you mean physically?
Listen feels active. Listen feels passive.
Oh, wow.
Understanding that emotional sensation makes vocabulary easier to remember.
That's honestly one of the smartest language tips I've ever heard.
Because language lives in experience, not translation charts.
Guys, if you're still watching right now, you're already training your brain differently from most learners.
And that difference compounds over time.
Okay, Alex, I'm ready for another challenge.
All right, which sentence sounds natural? I listened a loud sound.
Nope.
Correct. Why?
Because loud sound entered naturally, no intentional focus.
Excellent.
So the natural sentence is, I heard a loud sound.
Perfect.
I'm getting stronger.
You are.
Okay, give me something truly difficult.
All right. Let's move into words that look easy, but secretly reveal your fluency level immediately.
Those are the dangerous ones.
Exactly.
What's first?
Chance versus opportunity.
Aren't those almost the same?
Similar, but emotionally different.
Explain.
Chance often suggests possibility or luck.
Okay.
Opportunity sounds more positive and intentional.
Ah,
For example, I had the opportunity to study abroad.
that sounds formal and valuable.
Exactly.
But chance feels more random.
Right. There's a chance it might rain.
Oh, wow.
Native speakers choose between these words based on emotional tone.
Vocabulary really is psychology.
It truly is.
Okay, here's something I've always wondered.
Go ahead.
Why do some English learners sound technically correct but still unnatural?
Because natural fluency depends heavily on rhythm, collocations, and emotional word choice.
Not just grammar accuracy.
Exactly. Grammar creates structure. Vocabulary creates personality.
Whoa.
And advanced speakers understand emotional nuance instinctively.
That sentence probably changed how people think about English.
I hope so.
All right, viewers, here's a quick challenge for you. Which sounds more natural?
I got a good chance at my new company. Or,
I got a great opportunity at my new company.
Definitely opportunity.
Exactly, because it sounds meaningful and professional.
Tiny vocabulary choices create huge emotional differences.
And now we're about to explore one of the biggest emotional vocabulary mistakes learners make.
I'm scared already.
The words alone and lonely.
Oh.
This one matters deeply because it affects emotional communication.
Okay, explain carefully.
Alone simply describes physical situation.
Being by yourself.
Exactly.
Neutral meaning.
Right.
And lonely?
Emotional sadness from lacking connection.
Ah.
You can be alone without feeling lonely.
That's actually profound.
And you can feel lonely in a crowded room.
Wow.
Native speakers feel a strong emotional difference between these words.
So if I say, I like being alone sometimes, that sounds healthy.
Correct.
But I like being lonely sounds sad and strange.
Exactly.
That's such an important distinction.
Especially because emotional vocabulary shapes relationships.
Honestly, this episode feels less like vocabulary practice and more like understanding human psychology through language.
Because that's what advanced English really becomes.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I think many viewers are realizing vocabulary isn't about memorizing thousands of words.
It's about deeply understanding the words you already know.
Yes.
That realization changes everything.
Okay, Alex, I want to test viewers with something harder now.
All right?
Which sentence sounds natural? After moving to another city, I felt very alone. Or, after moving to another city, I felt very lonely.
Interesting question.
Right?
Both can work, but lonely sounds emotionally stronger and more natural if the focus is sadness.
Because the sentence describes emotional pain.
Exactly.
Wow. vocabulary is so much deeper than I realized.
And the next section gets even deeper because now we're entering the world of hidden native speaker expressions.
Oh no.
These are the vocabulary patterns that instantly separate textbook English from real conversational English.
Which means if viewers master this next part,
Their English will suddenly sound dramatically more natural.
okay, now I'm excited.
Good, because the next vocabulary challenge catches even advanced learners completely off guard. All right, this is where things get really interesting.
I feel like we've already uncovered enough vocabulary traps to traumatize people.
True, but now we're moving beyond individual words
Into what?
into natural English patterns that native speakers use automatically.
The dangerous hidden stuff.
Exactly. These are the expressions that make someone sound fluent, even if their grammar isn't perfect.
Which honestly gives me hope.
It should, because natural communication matters more than robotic perfection.
Okay, Alex, what's the first hidden pattern?
The difference between I'm bored and I'm boring.
Oh no, this one destroys people.
Constantly.
Because one describes your feeling.
And the other describes your personality effect on others.
Right. I'm bored means I feel no excitement.
Exactly.
But I'm boring means other people feel no excitement because of me.
Perfect explanation.
Which is honestly such a brutal difference.
Imagine someone at a party saying, "Sorry, I'm boring."
That sounds so sad.
But many learners accidentally say it when they simply mean tired or uninterested.
Wow.
This pattern applies to many adjectives ending in ed and ing.
Wait, really?
Yes, listen carefully. Interested describes your feeling.
Interested in psychology.
Correct.
And interesting describes something that creates the feeling.
Exactly. Psychology is interesting.
Oh, wow.
Same with excited versus exciting.
Confused versus confusing.
Perfect.
Wait, this suddenly makes English feel incredibly organized.
Because there actually is logic underneath the chaos.
That's comforting.
Here's a quick challenge for viewers.
Okay, guys, answer before Alex reveals it.
Which sentence sounds natural? The movie was very bored.
Nope.
Correct. Why?
Because the movie creates the emotion.
Exactly.
So the natural sentence is, the movie was very boring.
Perfect.
And if you feel the emotion, you use bored.
Exactly right.
Honestly, I think this episode is helping viewers notice English patterns instead of memorizing random facts.
And that's the key to long-term fluency.
Patterns over memorization.
Always.
Okay, next challenge.
This one is fascinating because even advanced learners misunderstand it emotionally.
Let's hear it.
The words house and home.
Aren't those basically the same thing?
Physically similar, emotionally very different.
Explain.
A house is the physical building.
Bricks, windows, roof.
Exactly.
And home?
Emotional connection, comfort, belonging.
Oh, wow.
That's why native speakers say things like, welcome home.
Not welcome house.
Exactly.
Because the feeling matters more than the building.
Right.
That's actually beautiful.
Language often reveals culture and emotional values.
So if someone says, this place feels like home, they mean emotional comfort.
Perfect. Even if it's not literally their house. Exactly.
English suddenly feels more human the deeper we go.
Because real fluency is emotional understanding.
You know what I think viewers are discovering right now?
What?
Vocabulary isn't separate from life experience.
That's a brilliant observation.
Words carry emotion, culture, relationships, memory,
And social meaning.
which explains why translation apps can never fully replace real understanding.
Exactly. Translation gives information. Fluency gives emotional accuracy.
Wow.
And speaking of emotional accuracy,
Uh-oh.
let's talk about one of the most misunderstood words in modern English.
Which one?
Sorry.
Wait, everyone knows sorry.
Not deeply.
Explain immediately.
Many learners think sorry only means apology.
Doesn't it?
Sometimes, but native speakers use sorry for many emotional purposes.
Like what?
Sympathy.
Example?
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ah, that's not admitting guilt.
Exactly. It means I feel bad for your situation.
Wow.
Native speakers also use sorry for politeness.
Like bumping into someone.
Correct.
Or interrupting.
Exactly.
So one tiny word can express apology, empathy, politeness, and social softness.
Perfectly said.
That's honestly incredible.
And if learners only memorize dictionary definitions, they miss these emotional layers completely.
Which explains why some conversations still feel confusing even when you know the words.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, challenge time.
All right.
If someone says, I'm sorry your flight got canceled, Are they apologizing personally?
Not necessarily.
They're expressing sympathy.
Correct.
Wow, that changes how I hear English completely.
And now we're moving into one of the biggest vocabulary traps in everyday conversation.
Bigger than boring versus bored?
Much bigger.
Impossible.
The words quite, pretty, and rather.
Oh no, adverbs, the mysterious fog of English.
Exactly.
Okay, simplify this before viewers panic.
Let's start with pretty.
All right.
In casual American English, pretty often means fairly or somewhat.
Like, I'm pretty tired.
Exactly.
Not physically beautiful.
Right. Context changes everything.
And quite?
Tricky, because British and American English use it differently sometimes.
Of course they do.
In many situations, quite means fairly.
The test was quite difficult.
Correct.
And rather?
Slightly formal, often used for emphasis or mild surprise.
That's rather strange.
Perfect.
Honestly, native speakers make this sound effortless.
Because they absorbed emotional tone naturally through exposure.
That word keeps coming back. Exposure.
Because fluency grows from repeated emotional encounters with vocabulary.
Not just studying lists.
Exactly.
Guys, if you're realizing why memorizing random vocabulary lists never worked long term, welcome to the club.
Real vocabulary learning happens through meaningful context.
Which is why conversations like this are powerful.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, give me something truly advanced now.
All right. Let's talk about softening language.
Ooh, that sounds important.
Extremely important if you want to sound natural and polite.
Explain.
Native speakers often avoid direct statements because directness can sound aggressive.
Ah, yes, English speakers soften things constantly.
Exactly.
Give examples.
Instead of saying, "You're wrong," native speakers might say, "I'm not sure that's completely right."
Oh, wow.
Or instead of, "I don't like it," they might say, "It's not really my thing."
That sounds so much softer.
Because conversational English values emotional comfort heavily.
Which explains why direct translations sometimes sound rude unintentionally.
Exactly.
So fluency also means understanding social emotion.
100%.
That's honestly fascinating.
Here's another example. Instead of saying, "Give me water," native speakers often say, "Could I get some water?"
Softer.
More socially comfortable.
This might actually be one of the biggest hidden secrets of natural English.
It truly is.
Because learners often focus on grammar while ignoring conversational tone.
And tone changes everything.
Guys, comment below if you've ever accidentally sounded rude in English without meaning to.
That experience is extremely common.
Okay, Alex, next challenge.
This one surprises almost everyone.
I'm ready.
The difference between meet and know.
Wait, what?
Many learners accidentally say things like, "Nice to know you."
Oh no.
Exactly.
Because the natural phrase is nice to meet you.
Correct.
But why?
Because meet describes first encounter.
Ah.
Know describes established familiarity over time.
So saying nice to know you sounds emotionally strange because deep familiarity hasn't happened yet.
Exactly.
Wow.
Vocabulary reflects relationship stage.
English is unbelievably psychological.
It really is.
Okay, viewers, quick test. Which sentence sounds natural when meeting someone for the first time? It's great to know you, or it's great to meet you.
And the correct answer is
Meet you.
exactly.
Tiny word, massive social difference.
And what we're about to discuss next might be one of the most important vocabulary concepts for sounding fluent naturally.
More important than everything so far?
Potentially, yes.
All right, now I'm fully locked in.
Because the next section reveals why native speakers often say the opposite of what they literally mean.
Wait, what?
And once you understand this, everyday English conversations suddenly become much easier to understand. All right, this next part changes everything.
You said that last time too.
I know, but this one genuinely transforms how you hear native English conversations.
Okay, I'm listening carefully.
Native speakers often communicate indirectly.
Meaning?
They don't always say exactly what they literally mean.
That sounds terrifying for learners.
At first, yes, but once you recognize the patterns, conversations become much easier.
Give us an example immediately.
All right, imagine someone says, "It's a little cold in here."
Okay.
Sometimes they're not only describing temperature.
Wait.
They may actually be requesting that someone close the window.
Oh, wow.
Native English communication often hides requests inside observations.
That explains so many confusing conversations I've had.
Exactly.
So if someone says, the trash is full,
They might secretly mean, "Please take the trash out."
English speakers are emotionally sneaky.
Politeness culture plays a huge role.
This is honestly fascinating.
Here's another example.
Someone says, "That's an interesting idea."
Sounds positive.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes?
Sometimes it politely means, "I don't agree."
No way.
Tone matters enormously.
Okay, now I understand why advanced listening is so difficult.
Because native conversation operates on emotional implication, not only literal vocabulary.
That sentence deserves to be framed on a wall.
Think about this. If someone cooks dinner for you and you say, "Well, the presentation looks nice,"
Oh, no.
that sounds suspicious because you avoided complimenting the taste.
So silence about one thing creates meaning itself.
Exactly.
English conversations suddenly feel like detective work.
In many ways, they are.
Guys, if this episode is blowing your mind right now, subscribe to Talk Easy Daily because this is the kind of English nobody teaches in school.
School often teaches grammar rules.
But not human communication.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, what's another hidden meaning pattern?
Understatements.
Oh, yes, especially British English.
Absolutely.
Explain this because it confused me for years.
Native speakers often intentionally use weak words to express strong emotions.
Which makes zero logical sense.
Yet it happens constantly.
Example?
Imagine someone says, "I'm a bit tired,"
Sounds mild.
but they may actually be completely exhausted.
Wow.
Or someone says, "That's not ideal,"
Sounds polite.
but emotionally they might mean, "This is terrible."
What?
This is especially common in professional environments.
So learners who interpret everything literally can completely misunderstand emotional intensity.
Exactly.
That explains so much confusion in workplace English.
Native communication often prioritizes social harmony over directness.
Which means emotional interpretation becomes part of vocabulary.
Perfectly said.
Okay, viewers, quick challenge. If your boss says, "We may need to discuss your recent performance," is that casual conversation?
Probably not,
Exactly. That sounds serious.
even though the vocabulary itself sounds soft.
Wow. English hides emotional meaning constantly.
And now we're entering one of the most powerful vocabulary concepts for sounding fluent naturally.
I'm ready.
Natural intensifiers.
Explain.
Learners often overuse words like very.
Guilty.
Native speakers usually prefer stronger, more specific intensifiers.
Like what?
Instead of very tired, they might say exhausted.
Right.
Instead of very hungry, starving. That sounds instantly more natural. Exactly.
So stronger vocabulary reduces repetitive speech.
Yes, and it also creates emotional energy.
Oh, that's true.
Compare these two sentences. The movie was very, very, very good.
Sounds repetitive.
Now compare it to, the movie was absolutely incredible.
Much stronger emotionally.
Native speakers love expressive precision.
Okay, Alex, give us some common upgrades.
All right, instead of very big, huge. Instead of very small,
Tiny.
instead of very angry,
Furious.
instead of very scared,
Terrified.
excellent.
Honestly, this instantly makes English sound more cinematic.
Because emotional vocabulary creates vivid mental images.
Guys, here's a challenge for you. In the comments, replace very happy with a stronger word.
Great exercise.
I'd say thrilled.
Excellent choice.
Okay, Alex, what's next?
One of the most dangerous advanced vocabulary traps.
Why do all your favorite topics sound dangerous?
Because language mistakes can quietly damage communication without you noticing.
Fair point.
The difference between formal English and natural conversational English.
Oh, this is huge.
Extremely huge.
Because many learners sound like textbooks.
Exactly.
Give examples.
Instead of saying, "I am extremely fatigued,"
That sounds like a robot doctor.
native speakers usually say, "I'm exhausted."
Much more human.
Another example, textbook English. "I wish to inquire regarding your services."
Sounds like a lawyer from 1890.
Natural English, "I wanted to ask about your services."
So much smoother.
Advanced fluency often means simplifying, not complicating.
Wait, that's actually such an important point.
Many learners think sophisticated English means difficult words.
But native speakers often prefer clarity and natural rhythm.
Exactly.
That honestly removes so much pressure.
Good communication is about connection, not showing off vocabulary.
Guys, if you've ever tried to sound too advanced in English and ended up sounding unnatural, you are definitely not alone.
That's an extremely common stage of learning.
Okay, Alex, let's go deeper.
All right, let's talk about emotional filler phrases.
Ooh, interesting.
Native speakers constantly use small phrases that technically carry little meaning.
But socially carry huge meaning.
Exactly.
Like, you know, perfect example. Or kind of, right. Or I mean, exactly.
Why do native speakers use these so much? Because conversation isn't only information transfer, it's emotional rhythm. Whoa. Fillers soften speech, create thinking time, and make conversation feel human. So if someone speaks perfect grammar with zero natural fillers, they may sound robotic or overly formal. That's honestly fascinating. Here's an example. Robotic version, I do not comprehend your statement. Sounds cold. Natural version, I mean, I kind of see it differently. Wow. That sounds much softer and more conversational. Exactly. So natural English is often emotionally padded. Beautifully said. I feel like viewers are hearing English differently now. Because once you notice conversational texture, you can't unhear it. Okay, Alex, hardest challenge so far. Ready? Let's do it. Which sentence sounds more natural in casual conversation? I do not comprehend your statement. Absolutely not. Correct. Natural version? I don't get what you mean. Exactly. Simpler, softer, more human. Native fluency usually sounds efficient, emotional, and relaxed. Not complicated. Exactly. Okay, I have a question viewers are probably thinking right now. Go ahead. If vocabulary is so emotional and contextual, how do learners actually improve naturally? Excellent question. Because memorizing lists clearly isn't enough. Right. Here's the real answer. You improve vocabulary fastest through repeated emotional exposure in meaningful context. Explain that simply. Don't memorize isolated words. Okay.
Experience vocabulary inside stories, conversations, jokes, interviews, podcasts, and emotional situations.
Because emotion helps memory.
Exactly.
That explains why I remember phrases from movies more easily than textbook lists.
Your brain prioritizes emotionally meaningful language.
Wow.
Which means if you want vocabulary to stick permanently,
You need emotional connection to the words.
exactly.
That might be one of the most valuable language learning lessons ever.
And we're about to take this even further.
There's more?
Because the next section reveals vocabulary mistakes that secretly make learners sound unnatural instantly.
Oh no.
Including one mistake that millions of learners repeat every single day without realizing it.
Okay, now I need to know.
All right, welcome to the section that secretly separates intermediate English from truly natural English.
I'm nervous already.
You should be.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Because these are the mistakes that instantly reveal whether someone learned English from real conversations or only from textbooks.
Ouch.
And honestly, millions of learners repeat these every single day without noticing.
Okay, Alex, expose us gently.
I'll try.
All right, what's the first one?
Overusing the word maybe.
Wait, maybe is wrong now too?
Not wrong, just overused unnaturally by learners.
Explain.
Native speakers often soften uncertainty differently depending on emotional tone.
Meaning?
Instead of always saying maybe, native speakers might say, I'm not sure,
Okay.
or I guess,
Right.
or probably,
Ah.
or even there's a chance.
So natural English varies emotional texture constantly,
Exactly.
while learners often repeat one safe word over and over.
Which creates robotic rhythm.
Wow, I never realized repetition itself can sound unnatural.
Native conversation depends heavily on variation.
Okay, viewers, listen to these two examples. Maybe we can go tomorrow. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe the weather will improve. That sounds repetitive.
Exactly.
Natural version. We could go tomorrow. I think it'd be fun. Hopefully the weather improves.
Much smoother.
That tiny change sounds dramatically more fluent.
Because native English flows emotionally, not mechanically.
All right, Alex, next hidden mistake.
Overusing yes and no.
Wait, what?
Native speakers often answer indirectly.
Again with the indirect communication?
Exactly.
Give examples.
Instead of saying only yes, native speakers might say definitely, sure, absolutely, of course, sounds good.
Oh, wow.
And instead of saying simply no, they might say not really, I don't think so, probably not, I'd rather not.
Which sounds softer emotionally.
Exactly.
So if learners only use direct yes-no answers constantly,
Their speech can sound abrupt or unnatural.
this episode is honestly making me hear native speakers differently in my head.
Good. That awareness is exactly what creates progress.
Okay, Alex, give us one of the big mistakes.
All right, the phrase, how are you?
Wait, everyone knows that phrase.
Not emotionally.
Explain immediately.
Many learners answer too literally.
Oh no!
Native speakers often use how are you more as a greeting ritual than a deep emotional question.
So if a cashier says, how are you?
They usually expect a short positive response.
Not your entire life story.
Exactly.
Wow.
Common natural answers include good, thanks, pretty good, doing well,
Not bad.
Even if your life is slightly chaotic.
Often, yes.
That's hilarious.
English conversation frequently prioritizes social smoothness.
Which means emotional expectations matter as much as vocabulary itself.
Perfectly said.
Guys, have you ever accidentally given a super detailed answer to how are you? Be honest.
Many learners experience that moment.
Okay, Alex, give us one of the instant fluency giveaway.
Translating idioms directly from your native language.
Oh, dangerous territory. Extremely dangerous. Because idioms rarely survive translation. Exactly. Give us examples of natural idioms instead.
All right. Native speakers say, it cost an arm and a leg.
Meaning very expensive.
Right.
Or I'm under the weather, feeling sick. Exactly. Or break the ice, to reduce social tension. These expressions make English feel alive.
Because idioms carry cultural personality.
But learners often avoid them because they seem scary.
Which is understandable. But learning a few common idioms dramatically increases naturalness.
Okay, Alex, challenge time.
Go ahead.
If someone says this phone cost me an arm and a leg, should viewers panic and call a hospital?
Hopefully not.
Exactly.
Context tells you it's emotional exaggeration.
Native English loves exaggeration.
That's another important point.
Wait, explain.
Native speakers constantly exaggerate for emotional effect.
Like saying I'm starving when you're just hungry.
Exactly.
Or I've told you a million times.
Perfect.
Even though obviously not literally a million.
Right.
So learners who interpret everything literally may misunderstand emotional meaning again.
Exactly.
This entire episode keeps coming back to one idea.
Emotional interpretation.
Yes.
Because language is emotional behavior, not only vocabulary data.
Honestly, that might be the deepest English learning lesson ever.
And now we're entering one of the funniest sections.
Finally, my brain needs entertainment.
Vocabulary mistakes that accidentally create hilarious meanings.
Oh no.
These happen constantly.
All right, let's hear them.
First one. I'm hot.
Wait, that's normal.
Depends where you say it.
Oh no.
In many situations, I'm hot simply means physically warm.
Okay.
But depending on tone and context,
It can also mean attractive.
exactly.
English really enjoys chaos.
It truly does.
So if someone says you're hot,
That usually means attractive, not overheated.
important distinction.
Very important.
All right, next one.
Excited versus exciting creates hilarious misunderstandings sometimes.
Ah, yes. Imagine someone trying to say, the trip made me excited. Correct. But instead they say, I'm very exciting. That sounds unbelievably confident. Exactly. Like everyone enjoys my presence. Right. Vocabulary mistakes really can change personality completely.
They can.
Okay, viewers, here's a challenge. Which sentence sounds natural? I'm so exciting for tomorrow, or I'm so excited for tomorrow.
And the correct answer is
Excited.
exactly.
Because you feel the emotion.
Perfect.
All right, Alex, hardest mistake so far.
Okay, the phrase, open the TV.
Oh.
Many learners say this because it makes logical sense.
But native speakers say turn on the TV.
Exactly.
English chooses emotional habit over logic again.
Constantly.
Similar examples?
Sure, we take a photo.
Not make a photo.
Right, we catch a cold.
Not receive a cold.
Exactly.
These collocations are everywhere.
And mastering them is one of the fastest ways to sound natural.
Honestly, I think collocations might secretly matter more than grammar sometimes.
In casual conversation, that's often true.
Wow.
A learner with imperfect grammar but natural collocations usually sounds more fluent than someone with perfect grammar and unnatural word combinations.
That's a massive insight.
Think about it. Which sounds more natural? I made my homework.
Nope.
Correct.
I did my homework.
Exactly.
Tiny word choice,
Huge fluency difference. And now we're moving into one of the most important advanced habits for vocabulary growth.
let's hear it.
Learning words in chunks instead of individually.
Explain.
Don't memorize only the word decision.
Okay.
Learn the full chunk, make a decision.
Ah.
Don't memorize only mistake.
Learn make a mistake.
Exactly.
Because native speakers store language in connected patterns.
Perfectly said.
So fluency isn't assembling English word by word?
It's recalling familiar language chunks rapidly.
That explains why native speech feels smooth.
Exactly.
Guys, this might completely change how you study English after today.
I hope it does.
Okay, Alex, before we continue, I want to ask something important.
Go ahead.
What's the biggest vocabulary mistake learners make emotionally?
Fear.
Fear?
Fear of using words imperfectly.
Wow.
Many learners know more vocabulary than they think, but hesitation blocks access. That's painfully true. Real improvement happens when you allow yourself to experiment, fail, and adjust naturally.
So mistakes aren't proof you're bad at English?
They're proof your brain is actively building fluency. That honestly makes me feel better. Good, because the next section is where we put everything together with real-life stories, situations, and hidden vocabulary psychology that viewers will never forget. Okay, now I'm excited. Excited, not exciting. I walked directly into that one. All right, now it's time to connect everything we've learned to real life.
Honestly, I think this is the part viewers will remember forever.
Because vocabulary becomes powerful when emotions and situations are attached to it.
Stories make words stick.
Exactly. Okay, Alex, give us a real-life example where vocabulary completely changes a conversation.
All right, imagine this. A student moves to another country for the first time.
Already stressful.
New culture, new people, new language environment.
And probably lots of nervousness.
Exactly. So one day someone asks him, "How's everything going?"
Simple question.
But because he learned English mostly from textbooks, he answers very literally.
Oh no.
He says, "Currently, I am experiencing moderate emotional instability due to environmental adaptation difficulties."
What?
Grammatically impressive.
But socially terrifying.
Exactly.
Native speakers would panic.
Meanwhile, a natural response could simply be, "Honestly, it's been a little overwhelming, but I'm adjusting."
Wow, that sounds so human.
Same meaning, completely different emotional effect.
This really proves that natural English is emotional connection, not vocabulary complexity.
Precisely.
You know what's funny?
What?
Many learners think advanced English means sounding more formal.
When actually, advanced fluency often sounds more relaxed.
That realization changes everything.
Here's another story.
Let's hear it.
A learner goes to a restaurant with coworkers.
Okay.
The waiter brings food. Everyone starts eating.
Normal situation.
Then someone asks the learner, "How's your pasta?"
Easy question.
But the learner freezes because they only prepared for grammar exams, not casual emotional vocabulary.
That happens so often.
Finally, the learner says, "The flavor is acceptable."
No!
Technically understandable.
But emotionally robotic.
Exactly.
Native speakers would probably laugh a little.
A natural response could be, "It's really good," or "Honestly, I love it."
Simpler, warmer, more human.
Because conversation is emotional atmosphere, not academic performance.
Guys, if you've ever overthought simple English conversations, trust me, you are not alone.
Every fluent speaker once struggled with this.
Even advanced learners?
Absolutely.
That's comforting.
Let me tell you something important.
Go ahead.
Native speakers themselves don't speak perfectly all the time.
True.
They pause, they repeat words, they simplify sentences, they change direction mid-thought.
That's actually a huge confidence boost.
Fluency is smooth communication, not flawless grammar.
Okay, Alex, give us another real-life vocabulary trap.
All right, workplace English.
Oh, dangerous territory.
Extremely.
Because professional vocabulary has hidden emotional meanings too.
Exactly.
Example?
Imagine your manager says, "We should revisit this idea later."
Sounds harmless.
But sometimes it secretly means this idea is probably rejected.
What?
Workplace English often uses soft, indirect language.
So learners who interpret everything literally can misunderstand entire situations.
Correct.
That's actually incredibly important.
Here's another one. Someone says, "That presentation was interesting."
Again with interesting.
Exactly.
Depending on tone, that might not be praise.
Right.
English speakers are masters of emotional subtlety.
Especially in professional settings.
Okay, viewers, here's a challenge for you. If your boss says there's room for improvement, does that mean you're already perfect?
Probably not.
Exactly.
Soft language often hides stronger meaning.
This is honestly like learning social psychology through vocabulary.
Because language and psychology are deeply connected.
All right, Alex, I want to talk about confidence now.
Good topic.
Why do some learners with smaller vocabulary sound more fluent than learners with huge vocabulary?
Because confidence changes delivery.
Explain deeper.
Many learners know advanced words but hesitate constantly.
Yes.
Meanwhile, confident speakers use simpler vocabulary naturally and smoothly.
Which feels more fluent emotionally.
Exactly.
So fluency is partly emotional rhythm.
100%.
Wow.
Think about this. Which sounds more natural? I would appreciate participation in recreational dining activities this evening.
That sounds like an alien trying to invite someone to dinner.
Exactly.
Natural version. Do you want to grab dinner tonight?
Perfect. Simpler vocabulary, better communication. Native English prioritizes ease and connection.
I think that's one of the biggest mindset shifts viewers can learn.
Definitely.
Okay, Alex, tell us about a vocabulary mistake that changed an entire conversation.
I actually knew someone who accidentally told his coworker, "I'm very boring today."
No!
He meant tired.
That poor guy.
Everyone became awkwardly silent.
Because boring describes your effect on others.
Exactly.
What happened next?
Someone gently corrected him, and everyone laughed.
Honestly, those embarrassing moments probably become unforgettable lessons.
They do. Emotional experiences strengthen memory dramatically.
Which explains why embarrassing vocabulary mistakes often never happen twice.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about listening.
Very important.
Why do some learners know vocabulary during study time but fail to understand it during real conversations?
Speed and reduction.
Explain.
Native speakers compress language constantly.
Oh, yes.
Want to becomes wanna.
Going to becomes gonna.
Exactly.
And words blend together.
Right.
So learners expect dictionary pronunciation.
But hear emotional fast speech instead.
That's such a real problem.
Here's an example. Textbook expectation. What are you going to do?
Clear pronunciation.
Real casual speech? What are you going to do?
That sounds like a completely different language.
Exactly why listening practice matters so much.
Guys, if native speakers sometimes sound impossibly fast, the problem is usually connected speech, not your intelligence.
Absolutely.
Okay, Alex, what's one vocabulary habit that instantly improves fluency?
Stealing phrases.
Wait, what?
Not literally stealing.
Good clarification.
When you hear a natural phrase native speakers use often.
Save it mentally.
Exactly.
Like chunks.
Right.
Examples?
That makes sense.
Useful.
I'm not really into that.
Very natural.
To be honest.
Native speakers say that constantly.
Exactly.
So instead of building sentences word by word,
you begin collecting conversational building blocks.
That honestly sounds much easier.
Because it matches how native speakers naturally acquire language.
Through repeated patterns.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, I want to talk about emotional vocabulary again, because I think this is changing viewers' understanding completely.
Go ahead.
Why do some English words feel warmer than others?
Excellent question, because vocabulary carries social energy.
Explain with examples.
Compare these two responses. I understand your situation.
Okay.
Versus, I know what you mean.
Whoa.
Which one feels warmer?
Definitely, I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Even though both communicate understanding.
Native speakers constantly choose emotional comfort over technical precision.
That's honestly beautiful.
Human conversation is emotional cooperation.
That line is incredible.
Thank you.
Okay, viewers, here's a challenge for you. Which sounds warmer? I apologize for my lateness. Or, sorry I'm late.
In casual conversation?
Definitely, sorry I'm late.
Exactly. Simpler often sounds more emotionally genuine.
Very true. Okay, Alex, hardest question of the episode.
Let's hear it.
What's the real difference between someone who studies English and someone who starts living in English?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
I know.
Someone who studies English focuses mainly on correctness.
Okay.
Someone who lives in English focuses on connection, meaning, humor, emotion, timing, rhythm, and understanding people.
Whoa.
Real fluency begins when English stops feeling like a school subject.
And starts feeling like a tool for human experience.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think that sentence just changed a lot of viewers permanently.
I hope so.
Because I think many learners secretly believe fluency means becoming perfect.
But perfection isn't the goal.
Communication is.
Exactly.
And the next section might be the most important part of this entire episode.
Because now we're going to reveal the hidden habits of people who improve vocabulary fast.
Okay, now I'm fully locked in. All right, this may be the most valuable part of today's episode.
Because now we stop talking about vocabulary mistakes.
And start talking about vocabulary growth.
Finally.
Because understanding why learners fail is useful.
But understanding how successful learners improve is life-changing.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, what's the first hidden habit of people who improve vocabulary fast?
They stop trying to sound impressive.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That feels completely opposite to what most learners do.
Exactly why most learners stay stuck.
Explain.
Many people believe advanced English means using difficult words constantly.
Which usually creates stress.
And unnatural speech.
True.
Fast learners focus on clarity first.
Meaning?
They master simple, natural vocabulary deeply before chasing complicated vocabulary.
So instead of memorizing 50 rare words,
They learn how native speakers actually use common words naturally.
That honestly makes so much sense.
Think about it. Native speakers use words like get, take, make, go, and come constantly.
All the time.
Yet those simple words create thousands of expressions.
Like, get over it, get along, get by, get into.
Exactly.
So advanced fluency often comes from mastering flexible, common vocabulary.
100%.
Wow.
Here's something fascinating.
Go on.
A learner who deeply understands 2,000 common words naturally often communicates better than someone who memorized 10,000 rare words mechanically.
That's honestly encouraging.
Because depth matters more than quantity.
Guys, if you've been overwhelming yourself with giant vocabulary lists, maybe this is your sign to slow down and go deeper instead.
That strategy changes everything.
Okay, Alex, what's the second hidden habit?
They learn vocabulary through situations, not categories.
Explain.
Most vocabulary books organize words like this: kitchen vocabulary, airport vocabulary, business vocabulary.
Right.
But real life doesn't happen in categories.
Oh,
Real life happens emotionally.
interesting.
Imagine you're nervous before a job interview.
Okay.
Your brain remembers emotionally relevant phrases more strongly.
Like I'm a little nervous. Wish me luck. I hope it goes well.
Exactly.
Because those phrases are connected to emotional experience,
That's how memory naturally works.
which explains why random vocabulary lists disappear from memory so quickly.
Precisely.
Wow.
Here's another hidden habit.
I'm listening.
Fast learners repeat vocabulary aloud emotionally.
Emotionally.
Yes,
Explain that.
don't say phrases like a robot.
Okay.
Imagine the situation physically and emotionally while speaking.
Example.
Instead of mechanically repeating, "I'm exhausted,"
Okay.
imagine arriving home after an incredibly long day.
Ah.
Then say, naturally, "I'm exhausted."
Wow.
Your brain remembers emotional performance much more effectively than dry repetition.
That honestly feels like acting.
Language learning is partly performance training,
That's such a cool way to think about it.
which is why people who watch movies and imitate scenes often improve pronunciation and vocabulary naturally.
Because they connect emotion to sound.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, what's another hidden secret?
Fast learners become collectors.
Collectors of what?
Interesting phrases.
Ah.
Instead of obsessing over isolated vocabulary words,
They collect natural expressions.
right,
Examples?
that's a good point.
Useful.
I'm just kidding.
Extremely useful.
It depends.
Native speakers love that phrase.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Another excellent one.
So instead of learning language like mathematics,
You absorb conversation patterns
honestly, this feels so much more realistic.
because it matches natural language acquisition.
Okay, viewers, challenge time. What's one English phrase you hear native speakers use constantly?
Great question.
Mine is definitely, you know what I mean,
That's incredibly common.
especially in casual conversation.
Native speakers constantly use rhythm phrases to maintain social connection.
Okay, Alex, I want to ask something deeper now.
Go ahead.
I've always wondered that.
Excellent question.
I've always wondered that.
Exposure alone isn't enough.
Really?
No. Active noticing matters.
Explain.
Fast learners constantly notice patterns during conversation.
Ah,
They mentally ask questions like, "Why did that phrase sound natural?"
interesting.
Or, "Why did everyone laugh at that joke?"
So they study communication itself,
Exactly.
while slower learners may only focus on surviving conversations.
Right.
That's such an important difference.
Awareness accelerates vocabulary growth dramatically.
Guys, one tiny habit can genuinely change your English progress forever.
Which habit?
Start noticing recurring phrases instead of only individual words.
Excellent advice.
Because native speakers repeat patterns constantly.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, what about pronunciation?
Huge topic.
Why do some learners know vocabulary perfectly on paper but fail to recognize it in speech?
Because spoken English changes shape dramatically.
Yes.
Native speech reduces sounds, merges words, and changes rhythm constantly.
Give examples.
Did you eat yet?
Okay.
In fast speech becomes, "Jeet yet?"
That honestly sounds illegal.
Yet native speakers understand it instantly.
How?
Because they process sound patterns emotionally and rhythmically, not word by word.
That's unbelievable.
Another example. What do you want to do?
Standard sentence.
Fast, casual speech. What do you want to do?
Completely different species of English.
Exactly why listening practice matters so much.
So if viewers struggle with fast English,
They need more exposure to natural connected speech.
not more grammar textbooks.
Correct.
That might save people years of frustration, honestly.
I hope so.
Okay, Alex, tell us one habit that secretly destroys vocabulary progress.
Fear of sounding stupid.
Oof,
Many learners stay silent because they want perfect sentences.
that's painfully relatable.
But silence slows growth dramatically.
Because you stop testing vocabulary in real situations.
Exactly.
So mistakes are actually necessary data.
100%.
Wow,
Think about babies learning language.
they make endless mistakes.
Constantly.
But nobody expects perfection immediately,
Yet adult learners often expect themselves to sound fluent instantly.
which creates anxiety.
And anxiety blocks language recall.
Guys, if your mind goes blank during English conversations sometimes, that's extremely normal.
Very normal.
Okay, Alex, let's talk about confidence again, because I think viewers really need this.
Absolutely.
What's the difference between a confident learner and an insecure learner emotionally?
Confident learners treat mistakes as temporary feedback.
Okay.
Insecure learners treat mistakes as proof they're bad in English.
Whoa, that mindset difference changes everything.
Because one mindset encourages experimentation.
While the other creates fear and silence.
That honestly hit hard.
Here's something viewers need to hear clearly.
Go ahead.
You do not need perfect English to create meaningful conversations.
Wow.
Native speakers care far more about warmth, energy, humor, and clarity than tiny grammar perfection.
That's such an important truth.
Some of the most lovable communicators in the world speak imperfect English confidently.
Because communication is emotional connection.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, rapid fire vocabulary growth tips. Ready?
Let's do it.
Best way to remember new words?
Use them emotionally in real sentences immediately.
Best listening practice.
Podcasts, interviews, and natural conversations slightly above your level.
Biggest vocabulary mistake?
Memorizing without context.
Best fluency habit?
Thinking in phrases, not individual words.
Most important mindset.
Progress over perfection.
That one deserves applause, honestly.
Thank you.
Okay, viewers, we're almost at the final section.
And the next part is powerful because we're going to recap the biggest vocabulary lessons from this entire episode.
Including the one realization that changes how people learn English forever.
And honestly, if viewers truly understand that final lesson,
Their English journey will never feel the same again.
all right, if you've made it this far into the episode, first of all, respect.
Seriously, your brain has survived a full vocabulary battlefield.
But now comes the most important part of everything we discussed today.
Because information alone doesn't change your English.
Understanding does.
Exactly.
Let's recap the biggest lesson first.
Vocabulary is not just meaning,
It's emotion,
context,
social behavior,
tone,
relationship.
intention.
And once you understand that,
English suddenly stops feeling random.
exactly.
You know what I realized during this episode?
What?
Most learners don't actually have a small vocabulary problem.
They have a vocabulary depth problem.
Yes,
They know many words.
but not how those words live in real conversations.
Beautifully said.
Like the difference between alone and lonely,
Or boring and bored.
or hear and listen.
Tiny vocabulary differences.
Massive emotional consequences.
And honestly, this is why many learners feel confused even after years of studying.
Because schools often teach translation.
But not emotional communication.
Guys, if one sentence from this episode stays in your memory forever, let it be this. Fluency is emotional understanding, not just vocabulary memorization.
That single mindset shift changes everything.
Okay, Alex, what do you think is the biggest mistake learners make when studying vocabulary?
Trying to sound impressive instead of trying to connect naturally.
Oof, that's powerful.
Many people believe advanced English means using giant, complicated words.
When actually native speakers often communicate with simple, emotional language.
Exactly.
I'm exhausted sounds more natural than I am experiencing fatigue.
Every single time.
You know what else surprised me today?
What?
How indirect English can be.
Ah, yes.
It's cold in here, secretly meaning, please close the window.
Or, that's interesting, secretly meaning, I disagree.
English speakers really hide emotional meaning everywhere.
Especially in polite conversation.
Which means advanced listening isn't just hearing words.
It's interpreting emotional signals.
That honestly explains why native conversations sometimes feel confusing, even when you know all the vocabulary.
Because real communication happens between the lines.
Whoa.
And now let's talk about the most important thing for viewers watching right now.
Confidence?
Exactly.
Because I know there are people listening who still feel insecure about their English.
Absolutely.
Maybe they freeze during conversations.
Or panic after making vocabulary mistakes.
Or compare themselves constantly to fluent speakers online.
Listen carefully if that's you.
This part matters.
Every fluent English speaker you admire once sounded awkward.
Every single one.
They made mistakes,
Mispronounced words.
used strange vocabulary combinations,
Froze mid-sentence.
felt embarrassed,
Felt slow.
but they kept communicating anyway.
That's the difference.
Fluency grows through participation, not perfection.
Guys, that sentence alone might genuinely free some people mentally.
I hope so.
Because fear keeps so many learners trapped silently.
And silence slows growth.
Meanwhile, confident imperfect speakers improve faster because they keep interacting.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, if viewers only remember 3 practical lessons from today, what should they be?
Number 1. Learn vocabulary in phrases, not isolated words.
Make a decision.
Not only decision.
Catch a cold.
Not only cold.
Huge difference.
Number 2. Listen for emotional meaning, not only dictionary meaning.
That's massive.
Ask yourself, why did the speaker choose that word specifically?
Instead of just translating automatically.
Exactly.
And number 3?
Stop fearing mistakes.
Yes.
Mistakes are not evidence of failure.
They are evidence of active learning.
Every correction builds deeper fluency.
Honestly, I think many viewers needed to hear that more than grammar advice.
Language learning is emotional before it's academic.
Wow.
Think about children learning language.
They experiment constantly.
Without shame.
Adults should learn from that mindset.
Exactly.
Okay, Alex, let's do one final rapid-fire challenge for viewers.
Let's do it.
Natural or unnatural?
I'm very boring today.
Unnatural if you mean tired.
Correct.
Natural version, I'm really tired or I'm exhausted.
Excellent.
Can you borrow me your pen?
Unnatural.
Correct version, can you lend me your pen?
Perfect.
I'm interested in psychology.
Dangerous mistake.
Correct version.
I'm interested in psychology.
Excellent.
One more.
Let's do it.
Open the TV.
Nope.
Correct version?
Turn on the TV.
Perfect.
Honestly, viewers who understood most of this episode are probably stronger in English than they realize.
I completely agree.
Because awareness itself is progress.
And remember this, native speakers do not expect perfection from you.
They expect communication,
Warmth,
clarity,
effort,
personality.
human connection matters more than flawless grammar.
That's such a beautiful truth.
And before we finish,
We need one final challenge.
exactly.
Guys, after watching this episode, tell us honestly in the comments. Which vocabulary mistakes surprised you the most today?
And which English word do you finally understand differently now?
We read your comments all the time, and honestly, your experiences help other learners too.
Because every learner realizes they're not struggling alone.
And if this episode helped you think about English in a completely new way,
Subscribe to Talk Easy Daily.
because we're building real-world English fluency together, step by step.
No robotic textbook lessons.
No boring memorization.
Just natural English.
Just natural English explained like a real human conversation.
And remember, you do not become fluent because you never make mistakes.
You become fluent because mistakes stop scaring you.
Keep listening.
Keep noticing.
Keep speaking.
And most importantly,
Keep going.
we'll see you in the next episode of Talk Easy Daily.